Hello again and welcome to another episode of the Franchise Everything podcast, where we talk about everything and anything franchising. And today I'm joined by Greg Prussia, who is the National Business Development Manager. I've got that right, haven't I?
Nailed it.
From Bedshed. How you doing, Greg?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
I've been trying to get you on here for ages.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I know.
Like a year and a half.
I know.
So we digress. But
really that long?
We're talking about the Bedshed franchise business model.
Yep.
So what's Bedshed for people who don't know?
Bedshed is a retail business. We're online as well. But a retail business, we sell everything for the bedroom, being from mattresses to bedroom furniture to custom-made headboards to Manchester and pillows.
Okay, and you've been around for a long time. You're pretty established in the Australian market.
Yeah, I think we started franchising back in 1982.
42 years.
42
right,
years franchising, yeah.
Yeah, wow. That'd have to be one of the longest in the
Didn't
country.
even need a calculator for that calculation,
it's up here. The
did
calculator's
you?
up here. Yeah. That's one of the longest in the country, without a doubt.
Yep, it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there.
So what about the model? So you'd have that'll give you some fair data over the years about the performance of the model and that sort of stuff. How's the business been tracking over that time?
Yeah, good. Obviously, the franchise model evolves with time, but that evolution of the franchise model has seen us in most recent decades have a very solid model that is proven with year-on-year growth, with such a robust business model as well. Longevity of franchisees is
it's
unheard of.
Because we've done a bit of marketing over the years together. We've known each other for years, but that's the thing that jumps out at me is that basically, and I know pretty much stuff, the messaging you always wanted to go with whenever we do any marketing for you was about that people don't want to leave.
No.
So what's that longevity? So it's obviously a model's got to be going pretty well if people don't want to leave it. Tell me a little bit about that retention of franchise owners.
We still have franchisees in the system that joined us back in the 1980s.
Wow.
That
would be a rare thing again. Very rare.
Without a doubt. Back then, they had no kids. Now their kids are running separate stores. Yeah. It's incredible. And that's one thing that really attracted me to work for the company was the fact the longevity of franchisees. They just don't want to sell because the lifestyle that it provides them. I mean, we've got franchisees that are in their 80s and 90s and they still want to get out on the floor and they still want to do it because they just love it, you know. How
do you support someone like that? So how do you support someone who's been doing a franchise for 40 years? How different is it to supporting someone who's been in for 12 months, for example? Like, what do they need from you?
Well, we look upon franchisees like that for their experience and knowledge. With all our franchisees, we work collaboratively to improve the model, to better the model. But their knowledge of the industry over those years is
they would have seen a lot.
Yeah, and it's so valuable. We consult with our franchisees who've been with us for so long, just because they're on the coalface. They've seen the evolution of it. They've seen the evolution of the market, the needs of the customers. So it's pretty incredible.
So if franchisees have been in it for 40 years or so, you've got ones around and those who are in it even for a short amount of time basically don't sell their businesses. What do the numbers look like? So what does the performance of a Bedshed look like with even entry costs roughly and that sort of stuff? Can you give the audience a bit of an idea of numbers within Bedshed?
Yeah.
And how many locations?
So we're up to maybe like 42 locations, 43 locations.
So you're not an every corner type of business at all?
No. We're a publicly listed company, and we've got a board that has strategic ideas of where the business has to go, but they recognize that the success of Bedshed is not by the number of stores, it's by concentrating and focusing attention on our existing stores to improve margins, improve revenue, because that success is the success for our company and the shareholders. So it's a different model. We're not going to be opening up 40 this year or 30. We don't make bold claims. If we open one or two quality, solid franchise units, that's what we're looking for.
Because you're very much like homemaker-centric type of locations.
Yeah, large
not on
format.
Every corner, obviously.
Large format. It's our footprint is 800 square meters to 1,000. It's a big footprint. can't accommodate everywhere for something that size. So it's a large format, homemaker centers.
And for the numbers, so what do the numbers look like in a business? So sort of rough entries, sort of that sort of stuff there, because people want to know. Everyone asks every franchise numbers. So what sort of stuff can you share? Because I know it can sometimes be a bit challenging to share.
It's entry cost is a big thing.
Yep.
But our entry cost is I suppose it's valid because it's stock predominantly is our entry cost, together with fit out. The fit out is designed by a company that specializes in buying behavior. So we're really focusing on, yes, we've got strong marketing to get people through the door, but we focus on keeping them in by investing in a quality buying behavior design type fit out to keep them in there and spend. So investments, up to around $1 million, but so half of that's fit out, half of that is stock. Okay. So it's sellable stock that's sitting there. The margins we run justify, a high number of stock. But it's
and for people who don't, I reckon the mattress business. I spoke to one of your owners, Dia, the other day, who bought a mattress business but had never bought a mattress before. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of people, I reckon, who have no idea about the mattress business. So what does it look like as far as transactions go and that sort of stuff? Because it's not, you haven't got heaps of people walking through. It's not like a high traffic.
No, it's a necessity for one.
Yep.
There's a need. Everybody has a mattress. A lot of families split and have 2 mattresses and guest rooms and everything else. And these mattresses, depending on how they're used, have use by dates.
Yep.
If you buy a top quality mattress for the support and so forth, you're going to get a good 8-10 years out of it. But there is repeat clientele. There's other family members. It is an ongoing business, and if served correctly, your customers do come back. It's a high transaction value business. So there might be days when there's only 4 or 5 customers in the store, but it's a high transaction value. So the money comes through, the revenue comes through. And the good thing about a high transaction value, low staff wages, together with that means that, you can have mature age people in there. You don't have to have kids who call in sick when it's a sunny day so they can go to the beach. You can have quality people with the experience in there. Yeah.
So I'm trying to ping you on it, the transaction value. So what's I know, like when we talk to coffee businesses and food businesses, you start looking at about transaction values of customers of like between $8 and $12, whatever it might be, right? So, and that needs a lot of people to pay the rent and staff and all that sort of stuff. That's a lot of transactions. So what is a Bedshed day? You talk about 4 or 5 customers. So what's a customer spending in Bedshed?
Average transaction value, this includes the person that comes in and buys 1 pillow.
Yep.
So it works out because the mattresses, you can spend up to $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on a mattress. But our average transaction value nationally is sitting somewhere above $1,400.
Wow.
So it's a lot of coffees. Served by,
I know you like to use that measure all the time.
Quite a few staff members to pump those coffees out. Whereas Bedshed, it's for one sale. Whereas Bedshed, it's one salesperson does it in a day.
And I think it's something that to try and help people get their head around, because it's a bit of a foreign type of business for people to think about buying a mattress franchise.
Yep.
But there's certainly a few of them out there, and I suppose it's a calmer business, isn't it? Like
it is.
You talk about, I can imagine, you talk a lot about the being in a coffee business compared to being in a bedding business with the customers. So what's the environment like in a store on a daily basis when you've only got 4 or 5 customers coming through?
Yeah, it's a real relationship building sales environment. So you've got 4 or 5 people coming through in a day. That's a lot, because you could be spending 1 or 2 hours with those people.
That's true. Yeah, I saw the other day, Dia, when we were interviewing Dia in her store, there was people in there that stayed there for the whole time we were there.
Yeah. The thing is that it's a high monetary value purchase. It means a lot to a customer. It's their health that they've got to think about. So they're not taking it lighthearted. Being relationship building builds trust as well. no one's going to come into a store and hand over a few $1,000s to someone that they don't trust. So, and it takes a period of time to build that trust with the customer before they're comfortable enough to spend the money. So even though you only got 4 or 5 customers during the day, you've got a few salespeople on with those 4 or 5 customers. They're working. You know, they're working.
There's still plenty to do, obviously.
There's still plenty to do. Yeah.
But the chaos is not there.
No, it's not chaotic. It's very
well.
well thought out. The relationship building cycle is quite a thought out, methodical process to be able to build that trust. It doesn't happen in a minute or 2 minutes. It happens over a period of time, and you need to do that to build the customer's trust to be able to make the sales transaction. Yeah.
So the stock that you have. So let's touch on the stock there. I know Bedshed does a bit of their own. You do your own manufacturing, is that right? Or because I remember talking to you previously about having franchisees going on product sourcing tours and stuff overseas. Can you tell us about how the product works, and because you'd have mattress suppliers that assist you and everything? Talk us through the product.
Yeah. So predominantly, Bedshed sell mattresses.
Yeah.
People come in for that, but it's surprisingly how many people walk out with bedroom furniture as well. It's how we display our furniture in store, but also the furniture itself. Our franchisees listen to the customers. They're on the coal face. They listen to the customers, find out what's on trend, what customers are asking for. We've got a group of franchisees together with a group of central office staff that then go overseas together and look at what the trends are overseas throughout Europe and Asia and America.
That'd be pretty rare in franchising, I'd imagine.
But
I haven't come across that direct involvement that much with franchise partners from stores.
It is very unique. I've been around franchising for quite some time, and it's a unique model where the franchisor works collaboratively with the franchisee on these major decisions that affect the business. So our franchisees will have input. We go over to the factories that we've been using for over a decade to build furniture, and we come up with the new ideas. We get them to build samples. We invite the rest of the franchise network over and look at the samples and discuss wood types and what margins are going to be and so forth, and actually see, is this something that we want on our floors? And then a unique thing again about us is that our franchisees then order that in directly into their own warehouse. By doing that, they're bypassing a lot of middle people, and therefore the margins that our franchisees are getting on the floor are incredible margins.
Every percent margin you keep on that end of it is vital, isn't it?
That's right. Well, they're not paying the middleman's labor, warehouse staffing, their profits that they have to do, their rent. You're not paying any of that. It's going straight into the hip pocket of the business, you know?
So it's very much a franchisee-driven business, and I know that surprised me and a few other people when I've talked to them about it. That I suppose your Bedshed could be a bit of the poster child for franchisee collaboration. I think in many cases with that, I don't come across many other brands that have got collaboration so baked in with decision making. I think, and franchisees basically making the decision about a lot of the stuff.
Well, it puts the franchisees in a different mindset too, because they helped collaboratively decide on that, whether it be the type of furniture they use, whether it be margins, whatever. They helped with that decision making, and therefore they're in a better frame of mind because they're not being told
not thrust upon them, is it?
Well, they're not being told or dictated what they have to do and what they have to sell. They're selling it because they had a say in it, and it changes the whole mindset environment of the whole sales transaction as well. So it is something unique, but man, it's really powerful. It really is. The numbers show for it.
What sort of split do you have in stores of mattress to furniture and that? Does it vary to the store, or is it fairly on average nationally?
Oh, it varies on store. But as an overall average, about 35-40% of revenue actually comes from furniture.
Wow.
So when you're holding stock of furniture at high margins and you're doing those sort of numbers, franchisees don't want to leave.
No, exactly. And I've come across some other bedding businesses that want to avoid furniture because furniture worries them, maybe because of problems with it, damage and stuff like that. But I suppose it just hasn't been well managed. I guess
Well,
it's
also too a problem with the normal way of doing furniture is that the retailer doesn't stock it, and so you get that old, yep, sure, we got to wait 8 weeks, 12 weeks, or whatever.
people hate that.
No.
Customers just don't enjoy that.
No, the customers they're shopping today because they're in the mindset they want to buy because they need it.
Yeah.
So with Bedshed, because we stock, well, franchisees stock all their own furniture and mattresses, it doesn't come down to, hey, we can have it to you in 8 and 12 weeks. It comes down to, when do you want it? Tomorrow or next week.
Wow. And that is really powerful. And
It is.
That's powerful from a sales perspective, from a close perspective as well, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. Well, I mean, during the sales transaction, the relationship building, we qualify up front. When's the need for it? And so then we can then dictate that at the end. Hey, we can get it to you tonight on the way home because I know you need it urgently.
So have your franchisees really report that and say that gives them a strong competitive advantage even to
Without
their
a doubt,
marketplace? Yeah.
without a doubt, to be able to deliver it when the customer wants it,
Yeah.
here and now. One of our brand promises is in stock now.
Yeah, exactly. And I know shopping for furniture myself.
Yep.
When you go somewhere, and they'll go, you say, we like this, we like this, and they might say, it'll be in stock in 16 weeks.
Yep.
We've got to put in an order for it. And there's nothing more deflating. And that actually generally makes a decision whether you're going to buy it or not.
That's right. That's right. And the way Bedshed position themselves in these large format homemaker centers, we make sure we're with our competitors. That's actually an advantage. So we look for that because we feed off that when customers go in and they'll shop around. Customers will shop around because it's a big monetary decision for them. So they might go next door to a competitor, see something they like. Hang on, let's go to Bedshed and double check the price is right and whatever when they come in. And we can say, yep, when do you want it? Today, tomorrow, next week? It closes the sale.
I bet it does.
We're giving the customer what they want when they want it.
Excellent. All right, great insights, I reckon. That's it for the Bedshed franchise business model.
Thanks very much.
Greg. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And that's it for another one of the Franchise Everything podcast. If you like this, please share, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one soon.